It's going to be a great call. We got a lot of people on the call. I know, Ramin, there's a lot of excitement, and I'm really excited because, you know, tonight's call is myself, yourself, and Nanad, all three of us on one call, and I can't tell you how thrilled I am about this call.
Well, let's not pretend we don't know what really happened. What really happened is our competitors from Europe, the big billion-dollar giant designers, are very, very nervous about what we're about to talk about because it's going to speed up our business astronomically. So that's what happened. In any event, let's move forward, ladies and gentlemen, from all over the world. I absolutely love coming on these calls on Tuesday night and Sunday night most of the time. I don't say anything. I just want to hear what is going on. Love listening to our leadership group. And again, this call tonight is about the GWTMO, which is method of operation, which is our relentless pursuit of possibilities. That's what we do every single day. We look at a part of our business and see how can we make that part faster, better, stronger, it's more seamless. And that's the attitude, ladies and gentlemen, that brings you from inception to the world's benchmarks and many things that we've done, including our Ferry Marsh line, our Ferry line, and so forth. So that is how you build a billion in such a short time. And we talk about building the billion and to the billion as if it's something that's easy. There's only a few companies that ever done this in direct sales, and every single one of them are over 50 years old. And here we're trying to do this within 10 to 12 years. So again, this is how you build it, where every single day, relentlessly, you pursue it in new possibilities that's going to take you towards those targets faster and better. So I know we have Nanat here tonight, and he's going to give you a visual of everything I wanted to talk about tonight. So tonight's about being able to make your business faster. Look, we all know, and we all agree, that we have absolutely the world's best products. The products that can be marketed easier than anything else. Imagine, some of you came from nutrition or telecom background, you know how difficult it is to promote those product lines. And with us, we got the world's most incredible, the most visual, the most emotional product lines that is self-promoting. So we have the world's best products to promote. So no one can challenge that. So we know we have the best products. We know we have the compensation plan. And phase 3 was all about now letting the world know the marketing phase, because the infrastructure took a long time with us. I've talked about this before. If we're like other companies that had one product, one flagship product, and that's easy to put together. You know, other companies, they may have 20, 30 products, but really 95% of the business comes from one product. That's easy to do. The infrastructure of building something like that is not hard. But when you have 1,400 of the finest designer products in the world, you have 1,400 SKUs, essentially that's 1,400 R&Ds. That's 1,400 flagship products. And that takes a long time. And when we have a business plan, right from day one, that you want to build the billion, right from 2005, with the infrastructure of that building, it's going to be much more difficult, takes a lot longer, quite different than a company that launches and see what happens. And hopefully we can make a few million bucks. And most companies who launch, vast majority, they don't have a big business plan like we did. They just launch. They get a product, they put a story to it, and they just launch. And the ones that even hit the billion, some of the giants who've been doing this for 50 years plus, none of them had a billion-dollar focus when they launched. So again, they just happened to do it over time. Well, with us, right from day one, we knew what we wanted to do. Therefore, in order to build the billion, then we needed to have a much different infrastructure. And I use this example. Some of you may know architects, and you can bring in any architect to any place where the building is going up. By size of the hole, before the building goes up, there's always a hole. By size of the hole, the architect will tell you how tall the building is going to be. And you can start two buildings at the same time. One is 10 floors, one is 50 floors. But guess what? They start the same day. But the one for 10 floors will build and finish before the one at 50 floors even start putting the building up. They're still working on the whole. That's essentially what we are. We were the one with the 100-story building because we wanted the billion, so the infrastructure took a hell of a long time in phase 1 and phase 2. But we're in phase 3 now, and we're ready to go to the billion. So we changed our slogan from building the billion in the first 8 years to the billion. We're not building it anymore. We're going there now, and that's phase 3. So tonight's about speed, speed, speed. And we've, over the past, I guess, year or so, since phase nine years, no one else has ever done that. But we are, and we, by the way, we need the global market. If we go to do the billion, then we need the global market. Now, major advantage that we have over other companies, we don't have the product challenges that they do. For example, if you're selling telecom or nutrition products, every country requires for you to do product approval. And that is sometimes the hardest challenge for the corporation to do. I know when I was on the field in the nutrition business, we took 3 years and $40,000 of legal fees to open up a particular country. And after 3 years and $40,000 of my own money as a distributor, finally that country said no to the product to get it, to be able to import the product into that country. If you've done other companies, you know most of these companies start in the US, and the main products are not even allowed in Canada. So now you've got some products that come into Canada. The main ones are smuggled in under the pretense of, oh, I just want to use it. It's for personal use. And many people get charged and companies get in trouble. So there are some major, major problems that telecom and nutrition companies have with regards to the product line. Hence, they grow so slowly worldwide. That's why nobody could do 81 countries like we have. Now, our major advantage is that our products are pre-approved in every country in the world. We don't have to get a product approval from any government. It is pre-approved. It's a regulated industry, precious metal, precious stones, jewelry, fashion. So again, we don't need that. So that is wonderful. That it just takes us in a completely different platform, allowing us to become a billion-dollar corporation where vast majority, I mean, pretty much every other company other than the 5 or 6 who've made it over the past 50 or 60 years, that it gives us an advantage to get to the billion very, very quickly because we don't have that product approval challenge. So what we need to do at this point, since the infrastructure is built, is that find ways to speed up the business. Because ultimately what we want to see is that we do launch about 10,000 VDMs being launched every month. Eventually, I'd like to see 100,000 VDMs being launched every month. Can you imagine in your business, instead of having, if you're new, 5 or 6 VDMs a week, then if you're a little bit, been in business for a little while, having 20, 30, or some of the bigger LCs, making 200, 300 VDMs, maybe 500, 600 VDMs a month. How about 5 or 6,000 VDMs a week? That's what we want to see because we are a visual business. We're a product. People don't have to try our product for 90 days. First of all, have to receive it if it's a nutrition business. They have to be on for 90 days to see if they got results. We don't have any of those challenges. Because a visual product, we have the nicest website on the internet. We have all these advantages that we need to take advantage of. So what we want to do is that look at the process of enrollment. And it all starts with the registration. And that's my job. When I sit at my desk every single day, I take a look at every aspect of our business. How can we make this better? How can we because I have a motto here at the office. How you were last year may have been adequate for last year. It is not for this year. because to me, life does not sustain. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So you constantly have to evolve. Why? Because the universe evolves. Since the universe evolves, Earth evolves. Things within Earth, including human beings, evolve. That means businesses evolve. How you were last year, this is a living business. It's an evolving business. If you don't evolve, you eventually become obsolete. So in this business, in our company, in our office, we evolve daily. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do in your GWT business. Evolve, get better, work towards something that you're going to do better today than you did yesterday. So we take a look at our process and we say, look, right now, if a person that comes in, I always say put your customer glasses on. And we take a look at some of the things that we know that happens in our business. So somebody joins up today, and we find that sometimes, let me go back a little bit. If I was on the field today, and if I enrolled someone tonight, if I launched their VDM tonight, instantly what I would do, I'll go open or get the bib instantly, that moment. Because if it's in North America, I want him to receive it in 1 or 2 days, around the world within a week. Because we know one thing, people will not get to work unless they have their kit. Once they have their kit in their mind, most people, that's when they're in business. So what's the most important you need to do? Make sure they get the kit as fast as possible. Now what we're saying is that we have people who have not ordered a bib for weeks, in some cases months. And when we come have a conversation with these people, and we get some really lame excuses. Well, I was planning to pick it up at the office, so I never got around to it. But really, you got into the business, and then, weeks later, you still haven't picked up your kit yet. Obviously, then you haven't done anything. In other countries, sometimes we get, well, I was trying to save money by doing a bulk shipment. Or how about this one? I didn't know, and this is a common one, which kit to get, because we have the FFA and the PFA, Freight for All, and then got Parts for All kits. So I didn't know which one to get, so I decided to wait till I decide. Well, you know what? All of these things are slowing down your business. If that's the culture that you've got in your team, that's the speed. So when I enroll somebody, if I launch the video in GWT, I understand something instantly. How I start that person, that's the speed of my business moving forward. And in this business, what you do will duplicate. The culture you start starts with you. If there's a sense of urgency in you, there's a sense of urgency in your people. If it's important to you, it's important to your people. If it's not important to you, it's not important to your people. The idea is not to get someone in the system. The idea, that's the easy part. The idea is to get them started. And for most people, they only start when they get the kit. So we have to make sure that we get the bib to them as fast as possible. Now, we talked about also earlier that we have lots of advantages when it comes to our products. That's why we're in 81 countries where other telecom and nutrition companies can't do that. That said, we still have to get the products there. And in any country you go to, whether it's precious metal stones or whether it's nutrition, there is VAT charges. The government wants their fees. So what we find is that getting the bib into some countries has become very difficult. Not difficult. It becomes expensive to clear at the border. Now in Canada, United States, you don't have that issue. So you're fortunate that way. Most countries, they haven't seen an issue there, but there have been about half a dozen countries that we find that the LCs over there have to be dealing with this. Now, I talked about this yesterday on the call. Even if we have to pay, there are countries, let's assume we have to pay a 50% duties on a product line. It makes no difference. Doesn't matter if it's 100%. Why? Because if we have to pay that with our designer lines, guess what? Every other designer line operating in that country, they also have to pay it. So Gucci has to pay it. Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, whoever, they're doing the same thing. So it's not a disadvantage. What they pay, what we pay, they have to pay it as well. It's not like it's isolated to our business. So it's really a non-issue. Because at the end of the day, when you sell it, you just sell it at a high retail price and you get your money back. That said, what we want to do is that we wanted to make the business as seamless as possible. So we've implemented a lot of things that other companies have not done. For example, if you're outside North America, notice that you just order your products and you just get it. You actually don't get a call from FedEx saying, hey, look, you got to clear this out. You know why you don't get that call? And you have to pay duties and VAT charges. You don't get that call because we take care of it on our end. We've implemented over $100,000 worth of equipment. We've made some elaborate arrangements with FedEx to make sure that you don't have that burden on your shoulders. So this is also a reason why products are different in pricing in different countries, because at the end of the day, the VAT charges for different countries are different from country to country. Now, some of the extra costs, because we subsidize this heavily, some of the extra costs are actually we put it on the product. So when you order, say for example, if you're in the United States, your pricing would be different, say, if you're in Norway. All right, it's not a lot, but it's going to be some difference. So what we've done though is that made it so easy for you, so your people don't have to worry about calling the customs, getting these things cleared up, and running after clearance of this thing for days. And a lot of times, if you don't know what you're doing, you get hit with a huge bill. The reason why you don't have to deal with any of that, which by the way, you even have to do this with nutrition companies, because we've done our part to take a lot of this burden away from your shoulders. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that the initial package, the bib, as you know, had 2 kits. So I'm going to go try to cover a few different areas to speed up the business. One of them was the FFA, which is a ferry. One of them is a PFA, which is Posh. Now, predominantly, everyone's going for Posh. Why? Because it launches a branding party. You know, you get 16 pieces versus 10 of ferry, even though ferry has $1,000 value, Posh has $500 value, but pretty much 2/3 of our orders are Posh anyways, and we want it to be that way because so many people are making quick sales on this. And beautiful part about quick sales is not about the profit, it's about accomplishing it. It doesn't matter if you sold something for $40 and make $20 profit, it's about accomplishing it. So Posh is predominantly is what people are ordering. But what we're finding at the border, and the challenge you're going to run with some of these border officers, is that they have the authority to decide whatever they want to decide. So when they take a look at the FFA and say, well, it's worth $1,000, then you have to pay the duties on $1,000. They don't realize that, okay, the retail value is $1,000, but that's not what our people paid for it. So now if we go in the background, sometimes we're going back and forth for days to get these bibs cleared for you. And it's not the best use of our time, and becomes expensive, and it's not long-term. The only way to deal with that was to eliminate it. So what we're going to, that's one part. The second part of it is that, going back again what I was saying earlier, you want to make sure the minute you launch a VDM, instantly they get their Posh, they get the kit, they get the PFA, they get their bib. Because the minute they get their bib is when they actually start to work. So now we got people who don't know which package they want, and it takes days or weeks or even months to place the order, because like the late Jim Rohn says, you want to take action on the idea while it's hot now, because a week from now it's late, and a month from now it can't be found. So we want to eliminate that. So I hope you're following me on this thing. We want to make this business so seamless, so quick, that now whatever your speed is in your expansion, we want to quadruple it with this one major announcement tonight. Where the first thing we're going to do, and the second part we want to deal with, is we have to think about our international markets. Although in Canada, US, you don't have these issues, and most countries you haven't seen it yet, but even if you have one country that are having these issues, then we have to make sure that our concept is no member left behind. And let's face it, to be the billion, then we have to have a system that works for every country. We need the global market. So that's why we're always thinking the decisions that we make is for the billion. So what we're going to do is that we're going to eliminate the FFA altogether, and that's effective immediately. Now, that doesn't affect anyone that's in the business already, because you've already got your initial package bid. So it doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't affect anyone who joined before you. And the new people who are going to join tomorrow, they don't care because they don't know any better. So one of the things you want to understand is this. When a company makes a decision to make a change somewhere, it doesn't affect anything at all because the current people, they already had it. The next people, they don't know any better. They don't know that, you know, every company's evolved 16 times in the past 9 years. So what we're going to do, eliminate the FFA. So when this gets to the border, they don't look at the back of the lookbook and say, well, it's worth $1,000. So now you have to pay, in case of Jamaica, $500 duties on that package. That's right. You heard right. 50% duties in that country. Now, it's not the only country. I know that you hear a lot about St. Lucia and the great work that they're doing down there. They deal with a lot of adversities at the border. They just got such strong leadership down there with Renisha and Arthur and those folks over there, Titus, that these guys do an amazing job making sure that this moves forward. But they've had to deal with a lot of things that you don't have to deal with in your country, perhaps. But we're going to do our part to make it easier for them, that they don't have to deal with it at all. So FFA will be no longer available starting immediately. So now we're going to narrow this down to one package, which is PFA, which again, that's the package to launch the branding party. The whole concept is get in, run a branding party, make some sales, get some leads, build your business. But this allows us to do something that allows us to do the main thing I'm trying to accomplish here tonight, speed. Now, everything I'm going to talk about tonight, Nanad is going to show you an actual live presentation after I'm done. So you get a chance to see how it works in the back end, because my IT team, led by Nanad, they've been working on this for weeks. There was a lot of work to be done. You're going to absolutely love what you're going to see because the work is done over there. So again, now you sponsor somebody. Let's talk about how it is currently. They sign up. Then they have to go and decide which package they want. Then hopefully they can make that decision. And when they make that decision, they've paid for the package already. Now they have to pay the shipping for the package again. And what we find with the markets far away is that they'll do whatever they have to do to find the initial money for the initial package. But it may be difficult for some of them to do it again for the shipment. So the initial package, it doesn't matter how much it is. They don't know if they're excited, they'll do it anyways. But it's a subsequent fee that sometimes becomes a delay for them. We want to eliminate that delay. Delay is the enemy. We want speed, speed, speed. So currently how it works is they sign up, they pay for it. Then they go back, whenever they decide to go back, same day, next day, week from now, month from now, they choose a package, then they pay for the shipping, and they receive it. Now, how it's going to work, because the only reason why it's that way is because it's two packages. But we're eliminating the FFA now. Now we're going to focus on the PFA, which is the POSH, which is the main package. Because there's only one, here's how it's going to work with the new program. They sign up, doesn't matter what package they choose. Obviously, it's silver and up. And right on registration, they pay for the package. Before, on the shopping cart, right on registration, instantly they pay for the shipping of the PFA. Same time. So they don't have to go back and place their kit and then they pay the shipping again. So they take the silver, for example, $4.99, and then they go back to finish the shopping cart. They pay the shipping instantly on the PFA. Done. Now, because it's done at sign up, the very next day, the PFA goes out. As opposed to where it is right now, we have to wait for them to decide which package, place the order, pay for it again, and then we send it out. And sometimes the initial package goes through, the shipping doesn't go through, again causing delay. So what we want to do is that eliminate delay. So what's amazing about this is that people sign up, boom, you're going to get their bid over the next, it depends on where you are. If you're Canada, US, day or two. If you're in internationally, it could be 3 to 5, 7 years, whatever that is. But no, there is no more work required. We've completely eliminated multiple steps with the new system. Sign up, boom, bid goes out. You don't have to worry about anything. There's no choices to be made. There's no praying about it. you're going to get your package. And that's what you want as a leader. You don't want your people to be waiting to make a decision. And that's what's slowing your business down. All right. Now, the second thing we want to do, what I talked about earlier, some of these markets internationally, and don't think for a minute that just because you happen to live in a country that this doesn't apply to you. If you're planning to make a lot of money in direct sales, it will apply to you because your business automatically will grow to other countries, automatically. So maybe it's not you personally doing it, but somebody in your team will do it. So it is not a 99.9% stat. That's a 100% stat that if you're planning to make a lot of money in this business, what happens globally does apply to you. Now, if you're in the business because you just want to make some retail profit, great. I guess it doesn't apply to you. But if you're in this for leverage, if you're in this for residual income, if you're in this to earn to incomes that Maria or Leo or Reza or whoever makes here, then it does apply to you because when you talk to them, they'll tell you that the business is all over the world. So every decision we make is important to you, whether it is right now or later on. So now we talked about how the initial product in the bib becoming problematic at the border and some of the customs. Again, I call it problems, but in any business, if you started any business in any country and you're ordering products from outside the country, it's natural, framework of a business that you have to pay your duties, VAT charges, clearing. It's a business, so that's normal part of the business. But we're trying to even make it better, even eliminate that from that burden from your shoulders. So the only part of the bid, the initial package, that's problematic at the borders is the product internationally. We don't have this issue in Canada, US, so nothing is changing in Canada, US. We're talking internationally. So what we've come up with, what we call international bid. And I'm revved up about this. And my LCG group are revved up about this. Couldn't sleep on this. We know this is going to speed up your business 4-5 times because we see the delays between the customs, between people making decisions, between collections. We see the delays are being caused. So this is going to be unbelievable. What's going to happen is that we call it what's called international bid, IBIB. So we have a BIB, business in a box, and IBIB, international business in a box. Two separate packages. Make sure you understand that. So if you happen to be outside Canada and US, that becomes IBIB, international business in the box. If you're in Canada, US, nothing has changed for you. You still got the BIB. Of course, I said nothing has changed for you except your business just speed up, quadruple in speed, because as you go outside your country, it is become relevant to you. We solved a very serious, very important delaying issue. What international BIB is essentially exactly what you get in the BIB, except we're going to take out the product portion. So we talked earlier, there's no more FFA, which is ferry for all. It's going to be only PFA, which is Posh for all package, which is 16 pieces of Posh, right? Now, international BIB, we're actually removing that from that package. So if you are in Spain, if you're in Norway, the new markets, if you're in Germany, if you're wherever you are, outside Canada, US, you're going to get your BIB, IBIB, international BIB, instantly the minute you sign up. Wonderful, speed, you get it. No problem at the border because there's no products in it. We're removing the product, and you're going to love this. We're going to take that $500 that you were going to get in Posh. We're going to actually, when the net launches this, you're going to see this in your back office, if you're new. When you log into your back office, you're going to have outside your IA account, you're going to have a second account. It's going to say IBIB account. And you're going to have $500 in there to shop. So you're not losing anything. The delay is gone. You instantly get your package. And the only thing is you're not getting what we selected as Posh package in it. What we've given you is same amount, $500 in your back office that you can place an order within the next 30 days. The advantage there is that, well, I guess you can pick whatever you want. You have this option of ordering what you want. I know, for example, those Shambhala bracelets that has launched a little while ago, we had people ordering like 50 of those at one time because they were priced very low and people were selling them like hotcakes. Now, I don't recommend you do that, but Nanad has created some really cool back office for you now. If you're signing up, as soon as you go in, you don't actually have to go into inventory in your back office inventory to shop. He's created a completely separate inventory only for Posh. It is so simple. It is so amazing. So you log in, you pick some items, boom. Now, why I don't want the Canada, US to have the same thing is simple. We've seen our business have completely, incredibly gained momentum with Posh. Posh is the name of the game when you start a business. We've seen parties happening all over the world. We see how Posh orders have completely taken over the ferry orders. We see that people are making a lot of money with that. And the main reason for that is that initial product is in the package. If we allow this to happen outside North America, then we're afraid that that's going to reduce. We don't want to do that. Canada, US is a big market, and they don't have border or clearance issues. So we're not going to fix something that's not broken. You guys are doing amazing with the current platform, and we don't have an issue. The only reason why we're introducing the IBIB is because countries around the world, some countries, they're not as fortunate. And, governments want their fees. So in order to eliminate the delay of clearance at the border, we're removing the PFA off the bib, and we're putting it in the back office to place an order when they want. So why is that any different? Well, here's the reason why. When you order your bib, that actually doesn't get shipped from our office. We have a distribution center that's about an hour away. And globally, FedEx invested with $100,000 in equipment, and globally, they ship out the bib. Doesn't matter where you are, Brazil, Spain, whatever. They are the one that's shipping your bib out. They work on a completely different system. But when you place your product orders, that gets shipped out from our world headquarters. We work on a different system. And because every country is different, we always find solutions to match the market. You can't do that with a third party. They have one system they work with. So they won't be flexible. They can't be flexible. With us, we find a solution for your market to make sure, do whatever we have to do to make it the business as seamless and easy and fast as possible. So when you have your $500 in your back office as an IBIB, when you place that order, either by itself or with your product order, there are things we will do on our end to make sure that things go as seamless as possible for your country. Obviously, we can't predict customs. So sometimes we have to, go back and forth a little bit. So far, everyone's got their product in the last 9 years, and we don't anticipate anything like that. But delays can happen. But we've learned our business pretty well. So it will help tremendously for the initial package. So again, the important part is the initial package. Why? Because business starts, for most people, the minute they receive their bib. So what have we accomplished here? Well, when somebody signs up, instantly they pay for the shipping. There is no more second charge. They'll love it. And they don't have to decide which package. The minute they sign up, boom, bib goes up or IBIB goes up automatically. So sometimes your people have waited weeks or months because of they're not taking action. Now they're not waiting anymore because the minute they start to say submit, boom, we take over and it goes out and they get that package. That's number one. Second part is we've eliminated the clearance issue at the borders in some countries. So now there is no more delays. And boom, it goes up. We've even got an unbelievable new announcement for you. What we're even going to do is this. As you know, there's an IA rebate on the product orders. We're now even giving you that on BIBs and IBIBs. So now the initial package even, the BIB and IBIB, you're even going to get an IA rebate for the shipping fee that you pay for that. Now, we don't have to do this. Nobody in the world does this. But you know what? I'm not here to make money on shipping, and we understand. I've decided to subsidize that part of the business heavily. Now, some of my friends who run businesses, they disagree with that. So, I mean, every part of your business needs to be profitable. In fact, MBA 101, every part of your business needs to be profitable. I've decided we don't need to be in profits in shipping. We've been subsidizing it heavily. We're going to continue doing that up to a point. And because I understand that we're not here for maximizing profit right now. We want to get to a target, which is $1 billion. If that means we can eliminate, we're going to speed up our business, double it twice or 3 times or 4 times by doing some of these moves and subsidizing and investing in it, I'm willing to do it. So Nanad again will take you on give you a live visual presentation in a few minutes. So if I lost you, don't worry about it. You understand when he does it. Now, going back to the 30 days, I said if you have the IBIB account, that means you're outside Canada, US, you're going to get your bib without the product. So it's called International bib, IBIB, right? And you're going to have $500 to shop. So you actually have the flexibility to buy what you want. So it gives you a little bit of an advantage over Canada, US to be able to do that. The other side of it is that you're going to have 2 shippings. Now, we've done something to help you with that too. We'll get to that in next. So what I don't want is for people to treat the IBIB account just like their IA account. Because I can't impress upon you enough, the very first thing you need to do in this business, in direct sales, you have to become the product of the product. You must wear your very posh and even very much if you can get to it. I don't want to go into a city, and I will call you out on it. If I go into a city and I see that you're wearing some of those yellow gold stuff that your grandmother gave you, I'm telling you, that's not going to do your business any good. You have to become who you are. You're a designer line. Listen, my family has been manufacturing jewelry for 100 and some odd years. Believe me, I understand the yellow gold stuff that most of it come out of India or Asia. That is not the quality that we produce or will we ever produce. I understand you may have some value outside money because it came from your grandmother. Great. If you want to put one of those on, but make sure that you have everything else that is varied up. You need to order products. So what I don't want is that one thing we saw, what really erupted the branding division, the branding party division, was the fact that we include the PFA, the Parts for All kit, in the initial package. So all of a sudden, I go to a meeting, people are dicked out with Posh. I know why, because it came with the package. And we saw people who've never sold anything, now they're selling stuff off their necks because they got it on. Now they're getting people in the business because people are approaching them. I don't want that to end outside North America. So we want to really make sure that if you are getting the IBIB, that the $500 is set there, we want to make sure that you place an order immediately. So you got 30 days in that IBIB account to make sure you place your order. If you don't, the link will disappear. I want to make sure that you understand that it's that important. You can't go ahead and promote a business without products. Imagine if you walk into a store and all you saw was pictures of clothing. Would you buy anything? If all you saw was catalogs, would you buy anything? Of course not. Yet some of you are trying to do that with Global Wealth Trade. Now, we've seen tremendous benefits of this product in the bib. So that remains for Canada, US. You don't have to worry about that. Nothing changes for you. For international markets, we're going to give you the 500, or you got 30 days to place that order. Now, Nanad has come up with some really cool ways to give you some advantages because now you place a second order and how you could that can help you with the shipping part. Of course, now we also have now the IA rebate for the bib. That's something you didn't have before. And let me talk about that quickly. I don't think there's enough being said about the IA rebate. The IA rebate basically makes your shipping fee free. Free. There's nothing other than free, because let me tell you why. If there was any one of you who've made a sale, if you place an order from your IA account, and made a sale in a branding party, and there's many of you that are there because I write the retail commission, so I know there's a lot of you doing that. Guess what? If you used your IA account, some of that IA points came from your previous shipping fee rebates. Because the minute you pay shipping, whether it says $165 internationally, that $165 ends up in your IA account. The next order, you place an order, you do a home branding party, but guess what? You're using those rebates to place the order, you made a sale, it's in your pocket, so it's free. So many of you, hundreds of you, who place orders from your IA account, do branding parties and make a sale, guess what? Some of that, maybe all of that, came from previous rebates. So there is no shipping fee in this company. It is free. So if you're using the product yourself, if you're making sales, you're paying nothing for your shipping in this company. If you're not doing those two things, ask yourself why not. You're in this business. You're in this business to represent who you are. You're in this business to make sales. So the IA rebate takes out all the issues with the shipping. Why? Because it's free. You get your rebate, next order, you get the product that you want for yourself, or you make a sale, and the money's in your pocket. I know that Sanaz is on the call tonight, and as you can see, I get really revved up about this because when I see a solution that's going to speed up our business, speed up your business, I could see, it seems like every solution is just next more leap towards the billion. And I could just see that our business, you all know, unless you're very new, you all know that this year has been the best year ever. In fact, our average gain month by month in 2013 over 2012 was over 330%. I mean, other companies, if they gain 10%, it's a big year for them. If they go up by 10%, it's a great year. We're averaging 330% growth over the same period last year. I mean, that's astronomical. But you know what? We need to do better than that. For us to hit the billion in the timeline that we need to hit it by, I want to see growth of 2,200% over the same period last year. I know it's crazy, but we are going for it. If we were normal, we wouldn't be where we are here. If we were normal, we wouldn't have a 21K, a Ferry Marsh, which is the benchmark of the world. We'll still be creating 18K and 14K and 10K and platinum like the rest of the world would. We're not normal. If we were normal, we wouldn't be celebrities design a line in such a short period of time. There's nothing normal about Ferry, Global Wealth Trade. That's why we are who we are where we are in such a short period of time. Fastest growing luxury designer since 2007, fastest expansive network marketing company in the world, and we're going to the billion. And this one announcement tonight, the IBIB, because remember, the billion, we need the global market. We have to make sure they have the exact same advantages as we do in North America, at least do the best that we can to make it as simple as possible. And we've done that with the introduction of the zone pricing, where you guys don't actually have to clear anything. We clear it ourselves. We do it all here. With the zone shipping pricing, which is standard around the world, as opposed to before, every country was different. We have introduced half a dozen things, and every time we introduce something, we see the results instantly. I think this is the biggest one. The IBIB is going to explode your business. No more delays at the border. No more decision making. The minute you sign somebody up, the minute you launch a VDM, we take over from there, and boom, IBIB is out, and people get started. So at this point, Sanaz, are you on the call?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, sweetheart, take over.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you are all absolutely thrilled and excited. And again, the more you get to know about this program, the more you are going to get thrilled to see how seamless your business is going to be. So, as Ramin mentioned, when you become a member now, the shipping for the whether it's your bib or your IBIB is now included right in your initial membership when you get started. But also what I wanted to add, Ramin, is that the Posh has become such a huge hit. for our members. Again, when we initially launched Posh, we started with about 75 different designs with the addition of the Shambhala bracelets. And they have been absolutely flying off the shelves. There's already in the short period, with the very, very large quantities that we've ordered for the goods, have actually been sold out in Posh, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, they are coming back in stock tomorrow, just as an FYI. But what's really amazing is all of the new additions to the Posh that are going to be coming out. Now, I know some of you have been hearing it, some of you have seen some of the new items that I've added on, but there is an amazing, amazing new collection of rings, bangles, necklaces, earrings, that are all coming in, as well as an additional safari collection that's going to be coming out. So the Posh line is going to keep on growing, building. There is some more designs as well. There's a couple of necklaces as well for the gentlemen. So the collection keeps on evolving, growing, and it doesn't just stop there. It will continuously grow, build, and expand. And I'm really, really excited for all of you to be able to really take advantage of that and order it. Again, what we highly encourage everyone to do is that the more Posh that you get, the more retail sales that you have. I see it all the time on Facebook, where distributors or luxury consultants are getting started with us, and in their first week, they're having thousands of dollars of sales by just doing one showcasing of the products at a party. So highly, highly encourage everyone to do it. I am so thrilled and excited for the IBIB. I know all the international leaders are definitely thrilled and excited, as this is just going to skyrocket your business to the next level. And then I know everyone is absolutely anxious and excited to see what you put together in order to show us and glitz and glamour us with the amazing tools that you always create on our website. Are you there with us, Nanad?
Yes, I am, Sanas.
Awesome. Well,
Thank you.
again, ladies and gentlemen, for this, just Nanad, before I bring you on the call, again, he is, what we call the brainchild behind all of the web development and all the coding and programming and all the fun things that I always run away from. And he is just absolutely brilliant at putting it all together. And I got to tell you, we make his job real hard by giving him, all these creative things that we'd love to get done. And then that somehow you always do a great job of pulling it together. And I just want to take this time to just say thank you for everything that you do. And thank you for creating such a crazy and amazing shopping cart for our members to take advantage of. So show us what you got.
Thank you, Sanaz. I'm really excited to show you what my last couple of weeks have been going into. Anyways, Ramin says he scared me earlier when he says I'm supposed to make sense of what he was talking about when I show this thing. He usually is the one who makes sense of things that I talk about, because I get into techie stuff and confuse everyone. Then he goes in and explains it. Now it's the other way around. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how the updated BIBs work and how the all new IBIBs work on your website, and how much simpler it is right now to get your business rolling. So basically, the first thing that Ramin mentioned, and that happens right now, is during the sign up, all the new members will pay for their BIB or IBIB shipping right there at the moment of sign up, and after that moment, the BIB kit is ordered automatically by the system. The new member does not need to do any further action. Basically, the kit will be in the mail and they'll be receiving it within a couple of business days, depending where they are in the world, up to 7 business days internationally. As you can see, the checkout process is exactly the same, with the addition of the shipping fee for the BIB kit. This example here on the screen shows you the shipping fee for an international BIB kit. And of course, as Ramin mentioned, you will now receive IA rebate promo on your on your startup kit shipping packages. So basically, all the shipping that you pay goes back to you in product. You receive it, and it becomes free.
That's for both, and that BIB and IBIB.
That's correct, both BIB and IBIB.
Nanad, can
Uh,
I just add one thing before you proceed? Just back to the back screen. Perfect.
mhm.
What's really, really important for our members to know that when you are creating the account for the member, please ensure that you do not use a PO box because this will slow down the process. We as a company, as well as FedEx as a company, do not ship to PO boxes. So make sure that when you have someone in your team, it is an address, a physical address where the goods can be delivered and a signature can be received. This is really important. Back to you, Nanette.
Thanks, Anaz. Um, so when we're talking about Canada and USA, we're talking about the BIB kit. And the BIB kit will, as soon as the new member signs up, they will come to their main page of their brand new back office with a welcome message and a little message that says that their BIB is on its way. Their back office will also right away give them the link where they can check the status of the shipping of their order, of their package. As that's for Canada and USA. They do not have to do anything else. They will be ready within a couple of business days to start working. They'll receive their full package, including their product, their POSH kit. Rest of the world, so basically we are talking here about outside of Canada, United States, their IBIB kit promo material is automatically shipped to them, just like the BIB kit for Canadian USA members. So international members will receive the promo material in their package, and it's an amazing stuff that they will be receiving. They will get them started learning and promoting the business. Now, when it comes to product, as Ramin mentioned, they're automatically given $500 of retail value credit into their IBIB account. And as you can see on the front page of their back office, beside their welcome message, they have a message that they have 30 days to redeem this $500 and to place to choose which products they want in their IBIB package. So they will simply click on a link and that will take them to an international BIB product order page. And this is such a simple page. This is such a exciting new system that we've developed, which basically for a new member, it's very important not to confuse them with thousands of different products and lines and links to go through, top sellers and everything. Basically, we've put it all within one page. On this one page, and let me just switch to the live page for you to see. You can see all the POSH items right there. You can scroll and take a look at them, see what they like, go and read more details about each product. But each POSH item that they can pick for their IBIB kit is right there. And they simply, it will also show them how much credit they have on their account, and it will show their shopping cart, all the items they have picked for their IBIB kit right there on one page. So simply, if I want to add an item, I click to add to cart, and right there, I stay on the same page. My shopping cart is updated. It's telling me how many of the $500 I've redeemed and how much money I have remaining. The moment I'm ready to check out, I will click on continue to checkout, and that will take me to the standard checkout process, which is a familiar final step of the shopping cart that you all know about. Now, the exciting part about this is that now the new international members, when they're choosing their IBIB product, they can also click on continue shopping and add other products and combine their IBIB order with their regular IA order. So they can go and choose and buy more items and ship it all together into one group shipping. They don't have to worry about generating the code, putting the code, or anything like this. Simply just click continue shopping, choose other items if they wish to, and they can combine this with a regular product order or order additional promo material if they wish. So they can choose.
So basically, Nanad, if somebody becomes a diamond, say in Russia,
Mm-hmm.
they got 30 days to get their IBIB POSH order.
That's
They
right.
do that. But because now, initially they paid for the initial IBIB promo kit that went to them. Now, they don't have to pay second shipping just for the POSH order. They can just simply combine the IBIB order with the regular IA order, as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So combine the two together. So now basically, they haven't had to pay shipping the second time for the
That's
for
right.
the POSH order.
That's right. That's right. And that basically makes it very easy for them to get started, to use their IA points that they receive with their package membership package, and redeem the $500 for IBIB at the same time. So simple, one order, they get going, they get all their product, they get all the product for their home party to start with. And during the checkout process, of course, they'll receive the IA reward, IA rebate bonus. They will see all the list of items they've chosen. They can go back and edit it by clicking on a link to edit the list of items if they change their mind when they come to check out. Pay only one shipping fee, whether it's a combined order. And here's a screenshot of a simple combined order. As you can see, there's a 5 items I've picked as an example for IBIB, and I've added Fairy Sandy gloves as a regular IA order. So it's a combined order, still paying the same amount, just one shipping fee, and everything is combined together. Simple and easy, and familiar checkout process. And the page where you go and choose the items again is a one page, simple to add without navigating through 3 steps or 3 clicks to add items to shopping cart. It's one page, one click,
Except
and
now
ready to
they're
go.
also getting the IA rebate for the Posh PFA, which they never got before.
That's right. That's right. And
And they get a
if
chance to choose exactly what they want in the package, and that's what one of the most amazing things that I think our members are going to have a lot of fun with.
Yes, and one thing I would like to add is that I strongly recommend new members to use all $500 at one point. They don't necessarily need to do so. They can choose, as in this case, as in this example I've only used $181 of the initial $500, and they can go back and use the remaining 319. However, the next time they go back, they'll have to pay for the shipping again. So I do recommend to use all $500 at once, and they have 30 days to use it, so might as well just get it all redeemed at one point.
Nice and simple. I love it.
And it's as simple as that. To recap, Canadian and US members, they join and they receive their full package within a couple of business days. Nothing else to do but go out there and do the business. International LCs, they will receive their promotional material immediately, and they have 30 days to redeem the product, which can be combined with their initial product IA order.
You know what? Nana, that's incredible. I mean, I was thinking simple. You've simplified this so much. I think people would love the idea of the click, boom, the partial inventory is there. They don't have to go, like you said, go into the website, get lost in the Ferry lineup or Ferry Marsh lineup. Basically, what's relevant is the Posh. It's all there. Click, add, done. Simple. I love it. That said, one of the part that scares me about the flexibility, Sanaz, is that you've chosen the bestsellers. You know what sells very quickly. It's a very nice nucleus of different types of products. And what we don't want, and I think you get like 16 pieces that goes in a PFA or something like that. What we don't want is people like ordering 16 of one item or 15 or 10 of one item, and then so that kind of eliminates the opportunity to be able to retail, in the branding party. So I think it's important that they try to keep it as close to what you've done as possible.
Absolutely. Actually, Ramin, currently we have 15 items that are in the bib, and as you mentioned, it's going to become 16 new pieces that are going to be added into the new bib
Updated.
that's going to be coming out. Yeah, the updated version, and that's going to be coming out in probably the new year, which we're really, really excited about. But what's really amazing is that our products, our company, are constantly are just evolving, and they keep on growing and expanding. What's really important, like you said, is to have variety in your package. You're going to come across different customers. You're going to want to take a couple of those pieces yourself, of course, be a product of the product. I can't stress how important it is to be a product of your product. Like Ramin said, you always get those pieces that are sentimental, that have been passed down. But what's really, really crucial about your business is to make sure that you wear the products, and to have that flexibility of choosing the products that you want. You can choose some of the items that you would wear, and then the rest of it would be for resale, promotion. Of course, I mean, perfect season is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that I was going to train on tonight's call, which I'm going to basically, I know a lot of you were looking forward to getting the product training tonight, which I will definitely do. But what's really amazing is that Christmas is just around the corner, and you want to make sure that you pick up some of those gifts, you have those items that people are looking to buy, and like Ramin said, make sure you don't order just one item. A lot of it, what you want to do is have diversity of colors, shapes, and just have a lot of fun with it. Posh is about, having passion for fashion and just having a lot of fun with the line.
And
And
Sanaz, I would like to add one more quick thing that speaks to the success of Posh since we've launched it. I've been looking at some of our statistics and numbers and information that's available on our website as the top selling items. Out of top 100 selling items, 40 some items are Posh. Imagine
Wow.
how many months have you had Posh on the website, and already within top 100 selling items, 40 of them are Posh items. So that just speaks to how popular and how successful this line has been.
Absolutely.
that's pretty much half the Porsche items are showing up in the top 100 as opposed to the other 1,200 fairy pieces. Again, it makes sense. A gorgeous, well priced. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the call tonight is about one thing: speed, speed, speed. North America, your business is going to quadruple in speed because now there's no true registration process. One register and one go order the bib. Register, done. We take over. Your person's in business. International, no more challenges at the border. For some of these countries, IBIB goes out, but you got 30 days to use your IBIB account. I'm revved up about this. I fully expect that we'll quadruple our speed in 2014. So I'm really revved up about this. So at this point, Sherry, and I'm going to be here. Sanaz is on, and Nanad's on. If you wanted to ask some of the questions or read some of the comments, we're here for that.
So much. I'm definitely very excited about this amazing news, and I think I was the first person was asking if the person like us in North America can have the IBIB, but you are absolutely right. This is BIP is really good for us, and we need that speed right away. So let me go through some comments and the questions right now. We have Jason is asking. He asked, when is new system taking effect?
Mid
After we hang up this call, the launch is starting. So by the time you wake up tomorrow, the things will be live.
Oh wow. Okay. And Bruno said from the solution, he said, "Oh, that's great. Loved I rebate." Yeah. And oh, and Sarah is asking, what happens if they go over $500?
When they go up to $500, they want to try. I'm hearing some echo, so maybe Sherry, you want to mute your microphone a little bit. When they get close to the $500, at that point they should switch to the regular IA program ordering system. If they do a couple of dollars over $500, they can pay for the difference using the credit card. So if it goes to $501, if they have $17 left of their credit and the item that they want to add in is $18 item to use up to $500, the total order will be $501 minus $500 credit. Basically, they will be paying for $1 difference. It's still a lot less expensive than buying it for whatever the IA value it is. If the difference remaining is lower, if the IA value is lower, then they might just go to the shopping cart and get that last item using their IA points. But they can go over 500 if they wish and pay for the difference.
That's a good idea. I think I would do that if I'm international. Nelson is asking, is there FFA for IBIB?
No.
No,
Go ahead, Sanaz.
no, we've eliminated the FFA in order to just streamline the process, make it simple. So no, there is no more FFA. It's just the PFA.
Okay, LV from Toronto, she is asking, hi Ramin, we are team here listening to the webinar, just clarification. Do LC International will pay shipping twice?
Yes, that's what we've done here. What happens, they get the flexibility of ordering what they want, but now they have to pay twice. So what Nanada has done is that allows them to actually mix their IBIB order with a regular order. So if they have a regular order, they don't have to, basically they won't pay one shipping. In addition to that, we've added the IA rebate, which they didn't have before, really costing them nothing. So paying them nothing. Let's get this right, team. You're paying nothing for shipping in this company, nothing. If you're using the product, if you're selling it, it costs you zero for shipping. And here's another thing I want to change the culture right now. Let's forget about direct sales for a minute. You start to get into business for yourself. Let's assume you went and bought a franchise. You bought a $1 million franchise at McDonald's. Guess what? That's the licensing fee. Now they're going to charge another $2 million for the building. That's the business. Then you have to pay monthly royalties. In our business, in comparison, you bought the initial package. Guess what is the $2 million building? That's your BIB, business in the box. Will cost you $165 or $85 or $49, depending where you're at. That's the cost of doing business. So instead of trying to save money, because guess what? No one who I know, I've never met a person who made a lot of money focused on saving money. Wrong, broke thinking. People who are making a lot of money, they're constantly thinking about investing into the business. They're thinking about making money, not saving money. So a piece of people that come into this business, they paid for the package. Now the building, if it was traditional business, now they needed the building. But the building costs $2 million. In this business, the building costs you whatever the shipping cost is, which, by the way, costs you nothing because you got a rebate for it. So I just want to make sure it was a good question, Elvie. I'm not picking on you. What I'm saying is that I know that this type of thinking happens certain places, not everywhere. We need to stop thinking of shipping as being a cost. It's not a cost. Okay, it's part of doing business. You do it in every other business. The shipping cost, there's all kinds of rent and fees and different. Every business has certain costs. This is part of it. In our business, we even go beyond that. We give you the IA rebate, so it costs you nothing. Beyond that, we've allowed you now to combine your IBIB account with your regular IA orders. You will have had to pay the shipping for the IA order anyways. So now there is no even a second shipment. Now, some people I know personally would complain about that because they say, look, I love my IA rebate. So I'll get 2 IA rebates. I don't mind paying for it. So the point I'm making is that focus shouldn't be saving money. It's just a bad culture in your new team. The minute that a question of shipping fees come up, shut it down. There is not a business in the world that your people could get involved in that doesn't have a shipping fee on it. They all have it. There's not a business you can get involved in the world that doesn't have expenses. It's a business. They all have it. So the mindset, the culture should change, saying that, look, it shouldn't even come up. It doesn't matter what it is, because we're not here to save money. We're here to make money. And whatever the shipping fee is, you know the way your retail profit is set up, that you're going to get it back anyways. On top of that, we're giving you IA rebate on top of that. So it should never be a question. The shipping fee should never be a question. But that said, you've seen how many solutions we've come up with over the past year to make that easier for international markets with our zone pricing and all of that. But yeah, if they do it separately, there'll be 2 shipping charges. So what we suggest you do is that combine that with your regular IA account. If you don't, you pay shipping fee, but you go back in IA rebate anyways. Make some retail sales on the next order, you got it back.
And I mean, one more thing to add from a logistical point of view, it's exactly the same as North American LCs, because when when they even up to now, when they would place the BIB order, they would pay for the shipping, but they wouldn't be able to place the product order, and they would have to place product orders separately. So they still, even North American LCs would pay shipping twice and get their I rebate twice. So basically, it's exactly the same. It's just the logistics are different of how it's done, but it's exactly the same between North American and international LCs.
Thank you for the clarification, Nanette and Ramin. It's very important. I know a lot of people have this in the mind, and it's great. So what Nando said, wow, that's awesome. Thank you. And Ali says, amazing. Thank you. You never stop surprising us with incredible news and development. Thank you very much, Ramin, Sanaz, Nanette. Sean Haynes says, fantastic news. Thank you, Ramin, Sanaz, and Nanette. This is tremendous for international market. Just a question, what about international LCs who had not ordered their BIPs yet?
You know what? If somebody wants, they could. Well, from tomorrow they can just basically get their the PFA right away. Now, how does that work? If somebody hasn't ordered the BIP,
everybody who no, this, I mean, just before you say something, this is only for all the new members starting as of tomorrow or whenever we start. So for all the existing members, they still have to place their order. So people who have signed up until now, they have to go in and place their order for their bib.
So again, nothing changes for people till signed up till now. From tomorrow, everything we just talked about affects people starting from tomorrow. That said, Sherry, this is exactly the reason why we're doing this. Why isn't the bib ordered already? If they signed up, instantly the bib should have been ordered. So because people, they will not, in their own mind, they're not in business till they get their kit. So why didn't they order a kit? That's exactly why we're doing this. So the minute they sign up, boom, we take over and they get their kit. But nothing changes, obviously. For people who haven't, they can still place the order tomorrow.
Yes, and actually, Sarah Wang was asking the same question. So, Sean Haynes and Sarah, you got your questions answered. Stephanie was says, "Wow, Porsche holds top 40 selling item in
not
in
top
GWT.
40. It's among there's 40 Porsche items among the top 100. It's not top 40, but it has 40. There's 40 Porsche items within the top 100.
Got it. Very good clarification. Thank you. As Stephanie said, in our collections, we have over 1,400 items. Here we go. Thank you for the update to the billion. Renee says, thank you, Ramin, Sanaz, and Nanette. I was exhausted after the trip to Calgary and Winnipeg, and now at 10:40, I don't think I can sleep. This brings company faster to the billion. And Kelly says, this is so incredible. Thank you so much. I would like to make a suggestion for the PFA for international. What about populating the cart with the current PFA, where the new LC can still pick and choose?
Good suggestion. We can talk about it. We'll.
Yeah, I missed the question, but I'm sure you got it. Right?
Pre-populating shopping cart with the existing PFA package, so to basically suggest which items we recommend them to take.
Well, I guess what you can do, then I just put maybe the items out on the current PFA, so they know which one to go get.
Sure, we can do something. We can do suggested item or current PFA items. So, very good suggestion.
Great. Thank you, Nanette, and thank you, Kelly, for the suggestion. And then this gentleman said, Porsche for men, when is it taking effect, and what products are in the collection?
So what was the question again, Sherry?
Posh for men.
Yeah. I know that Sanaz is working on
Well,
some.
when is the Posh for men going to?
Yeah, I know that Sanaz is working on that. There are certain things she's working on. So I guess stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I know that Posh. Our mandate is for this year. We want to make sure to expand Posh because it's so successful. So, it's completely changed our business. So our mandate is to keep on expanding Posh, whether it is for men, whether it is just adding more product, and because obviously it's a very easy, quick decision for the buyers.
Great. Barbara is asking, this is absolutely amazing for our international community. How is the retailer position affected by this program?
It hasn't at all.
Well, retailer gets their retailer startup kit immediately.
It just got faster.
They don't have to go and place the retailer kit. There is one retailer startup package. They get it automatically wherever they are in the world.
Sherry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
you,
we can
Nat.
hear you,
Go ahead.
Sanaz.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to talk about the posh, and for some reason, I guess you guys couldn't hear me. So there is actually, I just want to add to the last question. There is actually some posh items for men that are going to be added. As I mentioned, some necklaces and so on and so forth. And I have been working on some bracelets as well as some rings. But again, it's all work in progress. As I mentioned earlier on, posh is going to keep on expanding, and definitely there's going to be a line that's going to be added for the posh as well.
Sounds great, Nat. We look forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Jason is asking, what about the person who have a budget and plan to buy one of the packages and now has to learn that there is an additional $85? Would
There is
it discourage some?
there is no such thing because when people come and look at this business, they don't know what the package is. So when the packages, I mean, we've changed the package prices in the last 9 years. The new person doesn't know what the package price is to begin with. They don't care. They don't know. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you something about this business. If they're excited, $5,000 is not too much. If they're not excited, $10 is too much. At the end of the day, the $85 or the $49 or the $165 is not going to make the difference. It's not. Secondly, they would have to pay it anyways because except right now what they're doing is that they're paying an initial package first, then they're going to order the bib, then they pay the second time, which slows down the process. What we've done now, put it together at the same time, so they don't have to pay twice. And whoever's excited, they'll get the money for the shipping. So there's no such thing as that making a difference because again, you gotta understand, the new person doesn't know what it was yesterday. Just like when you signed up, you didn't know what it was the year before. You didn't care. All you cared about, you saw a nice tour, you got excited. How do I get started? That's how you get started. You're in the system. You didn't care that in 2005 what the packages were, in 2007 what the packages were. So the new people don't know any better. Only you know it. But the new people don't know that. They don't care. If they're excited, they get the money and they're in the business.
And something else I just wanted to add for everyone to just kind of mindset is so crucial in this business. And you know, if you have the right mindset and you have the right belief and the right attitude, the way that you present your business when you're strong, if you're all in, your people that you will introduce the opportunity will be all in. And these are the costs of doing and running a business, and everyone needs to understand that. And so you got to make sure that your mindset is set to be able to be a part of that $1 billion journey. So like Ramin said, that the cost of shipping is already something they're going to have to pay anyways when they place their product order. As a matter of fact, this is a much easier process because it's already included where they don't have to go and gather up the money and put it together. And another bonus that has been added to all for all of you guys is that now you're getting a rebate. So a silver member would normally start with just their, $500 a product, where now they're also getting that rebate and they're getting an extra kick. So, team, you got to remember that everything that we're implementing for you guys, and that we're adding to the company, is to help to build your business faster, faster, faster. And we're going towards the billion. That's ultimately our target that we're working towards. Sherry, back to you.
One thing I want to bring up here, just so you folks know, in order for us to implement the IBIB, we have consulted with a prominent MLM lawyer in the United States, and interesting thing is that look, the fact that you're offering this mall, because it's not a website, it's a mall, preloaded with 12 to 1400 products that people do not need to order, and they can make a sale online and make a payment on, and be able to earn an income. You could probably charge $1,599, $1,599. I would still be acceptable. It's an MLM lawyer, because what he's looking at is where is the value in initial packages. Because if we're going to still pay the wholesale profit, we want to make sure that we run it by legal counsel. So go to tell you what is the value that is in the packages that I don't think people recognize. There's $1 million invested into the software. It's constant daily IT team working on it. You're giving somebody from $499, you're giving somebody a mall preloaded with some of the best, fastest growing designer lines in the world. In addition to that, you're getting a package full of promotional material, and they're getting $500 worth of products, which really we shouldn't even do, but it's there. We're not going to worry about shipping fees, folks. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I need you to change your mindset. What you're offering to your prospects is beyond anything else ever offered in the history of the industry. We're offering them multi-million-dollar business that they can start with $169 or $499 or $1,599 or even $3,099. Keep that in the back of your head when you're promoting this. Shipping fee will never even come up.
Sherry, other comments and questions?
Okay, Ramin, thank you so much for this clarification. We have a lot of questions coming through. So should we continue? We have pages
Absolutely,
going on.
we're here for it. Absolutely, we're here for it.
Okay, okay. Nelson just want to confirm again. So there's no more FFA for all new LCs, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Simplicity.
And Neil, yes?
Simplicity. No other company has multiple packages to choose from, and you know what? Just slows down the business anyways. You join a company, they send you whatever package they have, startup package. I think having choices, like, let's put it this way, when we allowed a pickup on our head office for the bib, we have a room full of bibs, some of them sitting there for 6 months, and when our people were calling them to get picked up, oh, I was planning to pick it up because they want to save the $30 or $20 shipping, whatever it was. Yeah, 6 months it's been sitting there. This doesn't do you any good. Team, think as a business person. Every decision we make helps. Again, if it's good for you, it's good for us. Every decision we make is to speed up your business. Let's not give people choices that they don't need to make at that moment to get started. New person doesn't even know they're getting a polish or product or anything. They don't even know what's in the package. You give them one package, boom, it's done, deal, over with. If there is a choice, the whole system cannot be launched, because all of a sudden now we have to wait for them to choose a package to which one they want. Now there's a second process before they start. The whole idea was to eliminate one process. The whole idea was the person signs up that night, they're in business that night, as opposed to going to a second process, choosing a package, paying for it the second time. And so that's what we're doing this tonight.
Okay, thank you, Ramin. So Leo is asking, so the value for the in the kit is $500. There's no more 1,000, correct?
Sherry, you want to unmute Renee? I know there's people that want to talk. Renee, Reza, and they're not able to. If you can just unmute them. Sorry, what was the question?
The question from Leo is so the value in the kit is $500. There's no more 1,000, correct?
That's right. There's no more FFA. That's right. Anyways, like I said, over 2/3 of the packages were posh anyways, because again, in the ferry kit, you only got I think 8 or 10 pieces, and some of those require chains and those type of things. In the posh kit, there was 15 pieces ready to go. So naturally, people were taking a product that was ready to go, easy to sell, simple. And another thing as well, with the ferry kit, the comment we got in some countries was, they were they were small and delicate, and in those countries they want something that was bigger, and this is why Posh is so popular worldwide, even in Canada, U.S., as well as around the world. So again, Posh is overwhelmingly the favorite in the package, anyways. All FFA was doing was giving people a choice that sometimes delayed them for weeks and create a serious problem at the border. Remember, this solves a serious problem for your business. It doesn't matter if you had your FFA, good for you. New person doesn't know there was an FFA, they don't even care. But look what it did. The new person you're going to bring in from this point on, they don't have to worry about a $500 bill clearing it at the border. Just because we're paying it till now, it doesn't mean it was sustainable. We had to get rid of it and avoid delays in some of these countries where the customs became problematic.
Hi, Ramin.
Okay, I found Sanat, I found Sean Hines and Maria and Renee. I unmute all of you and move you to the other side. So if you have things to share, please do.
Oh, yes, thank you, Sherry. It's Renee here. Can you hear me okay, Sherry?
Yes, go ahead, Renee.
Well, oh my goodness, Ramin, Sanaz, Adnan, I gotta tell you, I was so exhausted from the trip to Winnipeg and Calgary doing tour. I mean, 5 tours a day plus a live tour. I mean, Anne Marie and Karen, they were just basically, literally taking advantage of me being in town. And I was so exhausted coming back, and I wasn't sure about tonight's call, how my energy would be. But after tonight's call, oh my goodness, I don't think I can sleep tonight. I'm so pumped up with all this new advances. For me, in the last 6 years, I've been with this company, from a diplomat to ambassador to regional to national ambassador. Every single time you ever do anything, you are constantly upgrading this company to a whole new level. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that your kit that you ordered now has an IA rebate, I mean, you basically got free products. I mean, that basically means that even if someone joins you as a retailer, you just gave that person some free products, and this is going to literally bring our business to the billion. I can just see countries all over the world: Philippines, St. Lucia, Spain, Norway. I mean, any country, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Europe, you name it. I mean, this is going to change the speed at which we get to the billion. And all I want to say, Ramin, Sanaz, and that is thank you so much for what you do. I don't know how to sleep tonight. I was so exhausted, and you know what? I mean, getting on the call, I was kind of tired after getting my 4 in the morning, getting on a flight, coming back here, spending time with the family, and now, you know what? I can't even sleep because I can't wait to share all this information with all of the others around the world. And not only that, but plus, now that you can actually combine, I mean, your iBid order with your product order, and I mean, get one less shipping, but get the free product still. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not, I mean, I hope you get what just happened, because if you don't get what just happened, call me right away. But what just happened is going to literally explode everyone's business, and all I want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just so excited. And Sherry, to come back to you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Renee.
so much, Renee. I know that you're exhausted, but I also know that you get this.
Hi, Sherry, Sean, can you hear me?
Hi, Sean, go ahead.
Thanks, Ramin. Well, absolutely, this is incredible. I mean, my business has always been a very international one, just coming back from Poland and from St. Lucia 2 weeks before that, and we're already lining up 2014 many trips, and this is absolutely the tremendous solution that's going to speed up for the international markets. You know, this had always been a sticking point